Welcome to The Green Room, your go-to podcast for all things sustainable and eco-friendly. In each episode, we'll explore innovative solutions, inspiring stories, and practical tips for making a positive impact on our planet. Welcome back, wonderful listeners, to another episode of The Green Room. I'm your host, Rafaela, a wonderful Vianney here. Joining me as my co-host today, she is a passionate citizen from Mali.
Hello everyone, or as we say in Mali, Assalamu alaikum. I'm so happy to be with y'all today.
And we're happy to have you. Today we're going to be looking at drought, which is a very serious issue that the heartlands of West Africa, and Mali specifically, have been dealing with. The USGS defines drought as a period of drier than normal conditions that results in water-related problems. And when this happens long-term, we see harsher issues like streamlines declining and water levels falling in those lakes and reservoirs. And this can be devastating, especially in communities that don't have the resource to remediate these issues. We are going to be looking at some innovative ideas. We have some brilliant minds lined up, and they will be talking to us, and we have them on call. So let's go.
Okay. Drought's a harsh reality we face here in the agricultural heartlands. We've seen our crops wither and our livestock struggle during the dry seasons. We've heard promises before, and sometimes they don't reach the people that need it the most. Many people in my village have to go miles outside of our village sectors just to get some fresh water. And this can be very dangerous because you have things like IEDs in the ground from surrounding conflicts. That can be very dangerous. You have to worry about abandons, robberies. So all of that on top of just the conditions and how hard it can be to make that kind of journey. What we need are practical solutions that we can implement ourselves, solutions that consider the realities of our farmers, of our communities. We're resilient people, but we need some real support. If these bright people truly understand our challenges and are willing to work with us, then maybe there's hope yet.
I mean, Mali is such an important country for West African history, especially. It's well known for its vibrant music and its agricultural exports, and it's really sad to see it facing this dire situation.
Absolutely, Rafaela. It's deeply concerning. Mali has faced an onslaught of climate shocks over the years, with drought being particularly troublesome. The numbers speak for themselves. Over 40 major climate shocks from 1970 to 2020 alone. It's not just about statistics though, it's about the human toll. Each year, hundreds of thousands of people bear the brunt of these droughts, and the toll of our agriculture sector is definitely taking a hit. We're talking about impacts to community, safety, economics, livelihoods, and overall beauty of our land that we call home. To paint a better picture, I have invited my friend, a cotton farmer in the area, so we can talk with him.
Salam alaikum. I've been farming cotton here in New for my entire life, just as like my family. We have been here for generations and I've always been able to get by. But recently, the crop has been dying because of the lack of water. My crops, like many others in Mali, are very dependent on rainfall, as that is our main source of water. So the lessening rains have caused us great trouble.
Yes, data has shown that the rain has been lessening over years due to climate change. And this does not only mean that crops can't be properly watered by rainfall, but it also means that underground reservoirs are having a really hard time getting replenished. There might be a remedy to help this situation. I want you to take a look at this clip released by the famous informative influencer. His name, the Plant Doctor.
The Plant Doctor?
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's the Plant Doctor. Lack of rain got you feeling down? We'll turn that frown upside down. Today we're going to be talking about the most popping trend that all the cool farmers are trying. It's called xeriscaping. Xeriscaping is where you take plants that require a lot of water and you replace them with plants that conserve water instead. This is often done residentially, but we can apply the same approach to agriculture. Crops like cotton and alfalfa, they tend to use a lot of water and other nutrients in the soil, which is not very lit. This can make the land arid, which can affect future harvests, and even make the land more vulnerable to floods. Isn't that crazy? Instead, the more slay choice is plants like quinoa and millet that conserve a lot of water and can still be planted in the same environments. Managing land use like this can be very important to keeping water available for everyone. Make sure to like and comment down below and
Alright, that's enough. We don't need any more of that. Hanish, what do you think?
This man can be quite irritating, but this information seems useful. Although it hurts my heart to stop growing cotton, as my family has always done, it's better to save my farm, provide for my family by switching our crops to millets.
Absolutely, it's heartbreaking. The effect of the disaster has people having to find alternative solutions for their well-being. The impact on food security and financial stability is severe. Don't worry, we're not just here to dwell on the problem, we are here to present some solutions too. So joining us here is Anson, a government official deeply involved in creating projects and policies to combat the drought in Mali.
Okay.
So let's hear what he has to say.
Thank you for having me, Rafaela and Viney. It's a pleasure to be here.
Anson, could you share some light on the specific challenges Mali faces due to the drought?
Certainly, Viney. On a large scale, drought shows up in many of the everyday aspects of Malinese life. A particularly troublesome trend we have noticed is the shrinking of the Niger River due to the ongoing droughts. The Niger River is a very important river to Mali as it supplies many of the reservoir, irrigation, transportation, and energy needs of a large number of villages. The shrinking of the river is one of the key factors to the freshwater challenges Viney just described. We are trying to challenge this problem through a host of water conservation projects.
This is obviously a tough situation, but it's good to hear that y'all are working on some solutions, Anson. Could you maybe go into what projects are currently in development?
I would love to explain, but I feel it is more important to hear from the actual experts in charge of the construction of these endeavors. This is why I would love to introduce Aaron, one of the chief engineers in the case of the drought problem. Could you please explain some of the work you've been exploring?
Absolutely, Anson. One solution we're currently exploring right now is the use of cover crops, where underground reservoirs are being created underneath the fields. This helps improve soil health and water absorption, ensuring that crops have access to the moisture they need, even during dry spells.
Fascinating indeed, Aaron. Proper water management could truly make a difference in mitigating the impacts of droughts, ensuring that our agricultural lands remain productive. It's important to have solutions that are not only innovative, but also practical and adaptable to our specific needs and circumstances. What other technologies do you have in store for us today?
Let's delve into the cutting-edge technology top-up ball system created by Israeli water tech company Neotop Water Systems. The results have been nothing short of remarkable, showcasing impressive ability to conserve water by reducing evaporation losses up to 90%. How it works is that the ball, open on one side, float on the surface of a reservoir, half filled with water with the other half above the water surface. Since the ball is white, they deflect light much better than other colors. Water that enters the spheres evaporate inside of the balls, but condenses immediately and drops back down into the reservoir. The white ball solution prevents evaporation, algae bloom, bacteria growth, and reduction of water quality. It also prevents birds from congregating, thus reducing pollution and cools the water in an efficient manner. Now envision the potential impact of implementing such a system in West Africa. The Neotop water system holds significant promise for bolstering all efforts in drought mitigation and water resource management. It's a tangible solution backed by scientific evidence, offering hope for more sustainable agricultural practices in your region.
The Neotop water system sounds like a game changer indeed. It's encouraging to hear about successful trials in similar areas like northern Israel. Implementing such technologies could help us better manage our water resources and mitigate the effects of drought in our agricultural heartlands. This is exactly the kind of innovation we needed to address our challenges. Let's talk about what this means for us Malians. Anson, could you help us better understand what to expect to see if we're putting these solutions into action? What concrete changes do you think we could see in our communities as a result?
I think some anticipated outcomes include enhanced financial stability, heightened food security, and revitalized soil health, among others. Through strategic investment in sustainable methodologies and the integration of innovative solutions, we envision forging a more resilient Mali capable of withstanding future challenges and nurturing prosperity for successive generations.
Well said, Anson. It's refreshing to see a glimpse into the bright future that awaits Mali.
Absolutely. Well, folks, that wraps up for today's show. But don't you worry, we'll be back with more uplifting stories and ideas next time. In the meantime, let's all do our part to take care of our planet one small step at a time. Thank you. See y'all soon.